What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's Filthiest Pitches of the Day. I am Pitching Ninja, and I'm here with a very excited Will Leahey. Look at that face, dude. He's fired up.
That's right, Ninja. Extra fire today. And I feel it's necessary because we had the volunteer firemen yesterday come in for a little bit of relief for the Angels. If you're unfamiliar, the volunteer fireman, Ben Joyce, was a Pitching Ninja favorite of last year because he has one of the liveliest arms this world has ever seen throwing. I mean, what's he topped at 105, Ninja?
He did in college, yep. And that's where I came up with the volunteer fireman name, which is one of my favorite nicknames.
So he started the season, he had a couple of down appearances. And life's tough when you're a reliever. You give up one run in your first 3 appearances, your ERA skyrockets to 13.5 like his did. But he's had 4 good appearances in a row, and last night he was just throwing absolute cheese whiz. What'd you see here, Ninja?
Well, yeah, I mean, Ben Joyce always has it in him. His issue is his command, which comes and goes. I mean, but command's overrated. We like stuff. And yesterday, he definitely had that stuff. He threw these fastballs at 101 and 102 miles an hour, this wicked slider. But for me, the pitch of the game and the pitch of the day yesterday was this Splinker. He is toying with a Splinker too. And look at this thing. This thing is absolute black magic. Look how much this moves. I don't know what you do with it. I know Babe Ruth would take a shit in his pants if he ever saw it. And I overlaid it with his 102 mile an hour fastball. And look how much this moves compared to that fastball. Here's the Splinker grip. It's not quite as wide as Skeens has his or Duran has his, but he's spreading his fingers a little more. And the key to that is both taking a little bit of spin off of it and having it spin on the right spin axis. I don't care what you call it. He calls it a Splinker. You could call it a sinker. You can call it Fred for all I care. This thing is freaking disgusting. Now let's hope his command dials in because I'm hoping for big things from the volunteer firemen. Now for the rest of the whip around the league. Tanner Bybee had 7 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 earned run, as Bybee waved bye-bye birdie to the Orioles, 3-2. He had these fastballs, sliders, changeups, and he faced Cade Povich, who had 5 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 3 runs, and had this changeup and slider. I know waving bye-bye birdie, not the best, Will, but I don't have a lot to work with today. Aaron Nola had 6 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 1 run. And his fastball, this 2-seamer that was absolutely painted, as well as these knuckle curves. And he picked up 10 swings and misses on these knuckle curves. Yep, 10 of his 12 whiffs for this game were on these knuckle curves. He got this K with 3 consecutive knuckle curves. This is a 3-pitch strikeout, all of them knuckle curves. I overlaid them. And yep, you either got to make an adjustment or you're going back to the dugout. Aaron Nola has the most valuable curveball in the major leagues in terms of run value. And also, he turned a triple play yesterday. He started off this triple play, not the hardest triple play to turn, but you know what? It's still a triple play. And behind Nola, the Phillies down the Tigers 8-1. Casey Mize had 10 Ks in this game in 4 1/3 innings, gave up 3 earned runs, but had these fastball splitters and sliders and looked solid. Carson Spires had 5 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 3 runs. He had this fastball for a sword in this sweeper. And he faced Bailey Falter, who faltered against the Reds as they beat the Pirates 11-5. He had 2 Ks in 4 innings, giving up 4 earned runs, and had this slider. Griffin Canning had 5 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 1 run. He had this painted slider, changeup, and curveball as Canning canned the A's 5-1. He outdueled Luis Medina, who had 4 Ks in 3 innings, giving up 3 earned runs, and had this 98-mile-an-hour heater in these curveballs and picked up a sword. Freddie Peralta had 6 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 2 runs. He had these heaters up to 97 miles an hour as the Brewers beat the Rangers 6-3. He faced Michael Lorenzo, who had 5 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 2 runs, and had these fastballs, including this painted fastball. Chris Bassett had 2 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 2 runs, but the Red Sox big dog the Blue Jays 7-6. Bassett had this 2-seamer, got absolutely fired up, and this cutter. And he faced the incredible Tanner Houck, who had 7 Ks in 6 2/3 innings, giving up 2 earned runs. He had this 2-seamer and these sliders and picked up a White Castle special. Will, were you happy during this game?
Ninja, this was a phenomenal comeback by the Red Sox, and they had to do so because Before they had the chance to come back, Vladdy Jr. had the dong of the day, providing some sunlight in a dark night for Canadian sports fans after the Oilers failed to secure the Stanley Cup for Canada for the 31st year in a row. But this is the fourth longest dong of the year, Ninja, and it was reminiscent of Mark McGwire in the 1999 Home Run Derby at Fenway, just blasting balls into the Boston Knight. And this ball was absolutely spanked.
I feel like you're accusing Vladdy of taking steroids.
I think he shaved his head and he chopped the locks and he just started juicing. And I want him checked and I want him suspended.
Spencer Schwellenbach?
Let's go to Schwellenbach, Texas.
Had 6 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 4 runs. He is fighting for a permanent spot in the Braves rotation with Saley, Raylo, Fried, and the boys. He had these sliders, curveballs, and splitter. And Will, do you know where he got his slider grip from?
I'm going to have to guess Pitching Ninja.
He did get it from Pitching Ninja, which is why y'all need to subscribe here, because you'll be rubbing elbows with major leaguers. All that said, he still lost to Lance Lynn in the Cards 4-3. Lance Lynn had 5 Ks in 6 2/3 innings, giving up 1 run. He had these fastballs, including this painted fastball and this slider. Brian Wu had 3 Ks in 3 innings, giving up 1 run. He had these fastballs and changeup. And check this out. This ball was caught, but it's not an out. Do you know why, Will? It was in foul territory, hit the roof, rebounded back, and caught, and didn't matter. Doesn't count. Do you know why Brian Wu only had 3 Ks in 3 innings, Will?
Hamstring tightness.
Hamstring tightness, Will. I feel bad for Wu because he's pitching really well. His ERA right now is 1.77. I also feel bad for me because I would have won my parlay yesterday if he had 1 more K. But you know what? I feel worse for Wu, one of my favorite dudes. He faced Taj Bradley, who had 8 Ks in 5 1/3 innings, giving up 1 run. So the Rays beat the Mariners 4-3. Bradley had this heater at the knees and these filthy splitters, and he is really a very good young pitcher, man. He is going to be an ace. Justin Steele had 9 Ks in 7 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs as the Giants stole the game from Steele, 5-4. He had these dirty Mississippi fastballs and these sliders. Garrett Crochet had 6 Ks in 5 2/3 scoreless innings. His ERA right now is 3.05. And remember, Will, when you whined about me featuring Garrett Crochet all those times? Garrett Crochet is an absolute stud and is going to be an ace for some playoff contender. Maybe the Orioles? I don't know. It's going somewhere good. And he is going to dominate just like he did yesterday against the Dodgers. He had these 98 and 99 mile an hour fastballs, this cutter, these sliders, just absolutely dominant. And it still wasn't good enough for the White Sox to beat the Dodgers because they lost 3-0. He would have had to go 5 2/3 negative 3-run innings, and it would have been a tie. Like, what do? You're Garrett Crochet, you're an ace, and you're stuck on this bunch of freaking losers, Will.
Or he could make it past the 6th inning and be a better pitcher.
If looks could kill, they probably will. He faced James Paxton, who was really good yesterday with 6 Ks in 5 scoreless innings, giving up 3 hits. He didn't have to pitch more than 5 innings. He still had enough to win. The Padres slid by the Nats 7-6. Matt Waldron had 8 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. And this boring fastball, this wicked sweeper, which got a sword shout out from the announcers.
That's a sword.
But of course, if we're talking Matt Waldron, we are talking knuckleballs. And he had some filthy knuckleballs yesterday. Look at these things. And here's a front view of one of his knuckleballs. I don't know how you hit it. I don't know how you catch it. It's an awesome pitch. He faced Patrick Corbin, who was actually solid yesterday. This is a couple of good Corbin outings in a row. He had 5 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 3 runs, and had these sliders and picked up a sword.
And the Padres walked it off for the 4th time in their last 7 home games. They really got something going on at home there in San Diego.
Probably the start of the day yesterday was from Cole Ragans. Cole Ragans had 11 strikeouts in 6 innings, giving up 1 run. His ERA right now is 3.03. He had these fastballs, changeups, sliders, including this painted slider, and he had 26 swings and misses yesterday, which led the day. Ragans handed the Marlins a lump of coal, 4-1. You see what I did there, Will? Little play on Cole Ragans, lump of coal, different spellings, kind of rhyme. Cole and Cole. Cheat rhyme, but it's a rhyme.
Pronounced the same, but spelled differently. I don't think that is a rhyme.
They're homophobes, Will. Now to my filthiest relievers. Scott Barlow picked up a save with these sliders and curveball. Bo Brisky had 4 Ks in his only 4 outs in relief, and he had these changeups. Pete Fairbanks had these heaters at 98 and 99 miles an hour and got fired up. Spencer Howard had 8 Ks in relief with these fastballs and sliders. Ryan Stanek had these fastballs and picked up a sword. Alex Vesia had this slider for a sword. Ryan Fernandez had this nasty slider. And Trevor McGill had these 101 mile an hour heaters. My top 5 filthiest pitches of the day yesterday. At number 5, we have Phil Maton and his 3,389 RPM curveball. At number 4, Garrett Crochet and his filthy stuff. You know, I probably should add Cole Ragans in here too. He had 11 Ks. I'm just saying, let's put an asterisk by him. Should be in there. At number 3, Aaron Nola and his knuckle curves. At number 2, Matt Waldron and these filthy knuckleballs. And at number 1, Ben Joyce and that horrific Splinker. Just disgusting. And now, my pitching ninja moment of zen. Check out this catch by this fan. Absolutely ridiculous. One of the best catches you will ever see by a fan.
By the one guy up there who's got a drink and a phone in his hand.
My picks of the day today, I'm going to start off with Ranger Suarez for 5 Ks or more, Carrick Skubal for 6 Ks or more, Reynaldo Lopez for 5 Ks or more, and Hunter Green for 7 Ks or more. What would your picks of the day be?